Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Lavinia, and I post beauty videos regarding makeup and skincare multiple times a week, so if that's something you're interested in, I'd love for you to join my channel by hitting the big red subscribe button. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be using Meredith Duxbury's makeup technique. Now, if you don't know what that is, I'll post a video of one of her TikToks right here on the screens. She's an incredible makeup artist who uses the technique of using a lot of foundation and using her hands to blend this all out and somehow makes it look so flawless in the end. Now, obviously, lighting plays a huge role in how it makes your skin look. I've made a whole video about that and showing you guys my skin in different lighting to really show you that sometimes the stuff you see on social media is really influenced by the lighting used by the influencer. And I already did a video using Meredith's technique and you guys loved it, but I realized that I did her technique pretty similar to how she did it. I used a little bit less product and I'm going to explain why in this video today. But I wanted to do this video to show you guys that you can still do this similar technique even if you have texture and acne like I do. So here's my skin without makeup. I have, you know, spots around my mouth and stuff, and I have a lot of acne scarring, which definitely makes my skin more textured and not as flawless as hers. So I have certain makeup techniques that I use to make sure that my makeup doesn't look cakey on my skin and doesn't emphasize my texture even more. And I'm going to be showing you guys in this video how you can do her technique on texture and acne prone skin. But before we get into this video, I do want to talk about the lamp I have right here behind me. Now, this is from the brand Lamptee, and they sent me a few of their 3D illusion lamps, which are so cool. So I got this elephant one for myself, and as you can see, it changes colors. It gives that 3D illusion, which is really, really cool. And then I also got one from my brother. This is his right here, and then one for my mom, which is this super cute turtle. So they have so many things on their website. I'll show you guys some of their designs right here. A lot of cool things. These are perfect for like gifts, or if you just really like light displays like I do. This might be something that you might be interested in, and I do have a 10% discount code with them that they gave me to offer to you guys. I'll have their website linked down below. Now, this is an affiliate link, so if you feel like checking out their website through my link, it does help me out a little bit, but I just want to disclaim that if you're not comfortable, you can always just search up the website. Just wanted to mention that real quick since I do have the little elephant on my desk now. I wanted to share with you guys where it's from. Alright, so back to the video. If you want to see how I did Meredith Duxbury's technique but kind of tweaked it a little bit to work for acne or texture prone skin, just keep on watching.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave I call you right back to check for monsters in my sheets.
Alright, so let's get started with this look. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. And when it comes to texture and trying to kind of smooth that out using makeup, my go-to is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is just one of my favorites. And a great, more affordable dupe would be the E.L.F. Putty primers. They're basically the same thing. So something like this will work, where it's just that like putty type consistency. And this will just help smooth out the skin. So you don't need a lot at all. Blend it onto the skin. Now it's time for the foundation. I am going to do some things a little bit different to kind of fit this technique more towards like acne coverage and texture. But I'm going to start off with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This one is in the shade Soft Beige. And then I'm going to take some of my Milani Scream Queen foundation. This will make the foundation consistency a little bit thicker and also a little lighter because I am losing my tan here. Now, I got so many comments on my last video that I did trying out this Meredith Duxbury technique, and everyone was telling me that I didn't use enough product. I kind of did that on purpose to make the amount of product I used good for my skin type. So I'm just using a brush, putting it to the face. I'm gonna add a bit more of the Scream Queens foundation. This one's in the shade Nude Ivory, by the way. Then I'm just going to use my hands now to blend it all in. Now, we are going for a full glam look, but not to the extent that she used. Then I did use like a more dewy foundation mixed with more full coverage just to give me more of that natural skin finish. Really just want to blend this in like moisturizer. You can take it onto the eyelids too. What I do love about her technique is the fact that you can really get everything super blended. No creases from brushes or tools. So as you can see, we have the full skin covered, but obviously since you know, I didn't use as much foundation, I still have some spots peeking through, and I'd honestly rather use less foundation to cover my whole face and then go in with some sort of spot product. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be using the It's You HD concealer, or you can just use the excess of your foundation too. But with this, I'm just going to be focusing a tiny bit of the product right where I want more coverage. And then continuing with my hands, I'm going to use my ring finger and simply pat in the concealer right where I want that extra coverage. Or as I said, you can use the excess of the foundation and just pat it in. Then I'm going to apply a bit of this E.L.F. hydrating concealer under my eyes. Just a dot of that. Just to brighten. I suggest using concealers or products like this that are a bit more on the hydrating side, because they won't dry out your skin as much and then the texture won't be as accentuated. I'm just going to use a sponge for this part. So I'm really concentrating this in the corner of my eye because that's where I get the most darkness. And after the foundation and concealers have kind of set on my face, I'm going to take my sponge with any of the excess foundation on the back of my hand. I'm going to use this similar to how she goes in with a sponge after her foundation. I'm going to use this just to go all over and make sure everything is even, and the sponge will just kind of again take away from some of that cakiness and sheer things out a little bit. So I'm gonna go wash my hands of the foundation, and I'm gonna be right back. All right, now to set the skin, I'm going to be using my Coty Airspun just under my eyes, and then I'm gonna be using a different powder for the rest of my face, since this one is great at really locking down the skin, but if you use too much of it, you can get a bit cakey. So just gonna take some on my sponge. I think I'm actually gonna do a tiny bit of baking today, since I want to do a fun eyeshadow look. So just gonna place that there and then go on the eyelids too. I either like to go in with a tiny little bit of the Airspun on a sponge like this to really dilute it, or I use a very finely milled powder with a powder puff and press it into my skin. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. This is the Sistar Cosmetics It's You powder, one of my new favorites, and I absolutely love it. It's so finely milled and just makes the skin look like skin. Doesn't look cakey at all, but really sets down the skin, and I find it's so good at not emphasizing texture. So for someone like me, it's perfect. Time to finish off the face. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Weylie Hoang palette, and I'm gonna dip into the darker bronzer down here. Go ahead and just bronze up my cheeks. Gonna do the nose a bit. For blush, I'm gonna use this beautiful mauve shade in the shade Wildflower. I like to go pretty heavy with the blush. Bit on the nose too. And then last but not least, highlighter. I'm going to use my Butter highlighter. And yes, it's crushed. If you saw my other videos where I used this palette, it just completely fell out of the pan, but I got to save most of it, which is good. Still such a beautiful highlighter though. Time for the eyebrows. Meredith's eyebrows always look so good, and recently I've been using the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I did a whole review and wear test on this product, and I've been using it ever since. It's so good, and it really just switches up my brow game. So I'm going to first fill them in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. Now for the magic, grab some of the Brow Freeze. Time to freeze these eyebrows. Brow check. Now I'm going to move on to the eyes, and I want to do something kind of fun today. So I just got these new Sistar Cosmetics 30 color eyeshadow palettes. I do want to do a full like review video on these, but I haven't really gotten the chance to fully play around with them yet, so I think I'm going to do that today. I think I'm going to use the Color Your Dream palette. Look how beautiful this is. Here it is. So we're going to go in the shade Influencer, which is this beautiful pink. I'm just gonna dust this into the crease, like wash in the crease, and kind of flick it out too. I go in with the shade Actor, start to build this in the outer corner. And then with a more dense brush, I'm gonna take the shade President, which is this beautiful like reddish brown. I'm gonna start smoking this look out. A bit of Chocolataire and Violinist, and also put this on the outer corner. Just gonna use some concealer, do like a half cut crease. I'm gonna take the shade Designer on my finger. Oh, these seem creamy. I'll place this like right in the center, and then I'm gonna use the shade Barista in the inner corner. For the lower lash, I'm going to use a bit of Influencer. These are pigmented, holy. And then Actor, really just repeating what I did on the top. I'm gonna use the first two shades in the palette to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone a bit. So I'm gonna go repeat this eye look on the other eye, add some lashes, and then I'm gonna be right back to finish off this look. Alright guys, so both eyes are done, and then I just put on a pair of the Eylure X Vegas Nay eyelash collection. And these are in the style Bronze Beauty, just super glam today. So I'm gonna finish off the look with some lips. I'm gonna use my Rimmel Lip Liner in the shade Coffee Bean. Then I'm gonna use the Sistar Cosmetics Glossy Lip Satin in the shade Nudie Peach. I'm gonna use a bit of Milani's I Am Radiant just on the edges. And the last step is to melt everything together with some setting spray. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty 4-in-1 Mist. Alright guys, so here is the finished makeup look. I love how this turned out. I'm really happy I did this video to show you guys that you can still do this makeup technique if you have textured skin or you have acne and acne scarring. You just need to kind of twist it a little bit, and even though you might want to use more product to induce more coverage with Meredith Duxbury's technique, I would say for textured skin it's actually more important to use less product and then use some type of spot treatment to really get that full coverage look without it being too cakey. Definitely go check out the 3D lamps. I'll have them linked down below and my discount code on the screen for you guys to check out if you want to save some money. They're definitely really cool, and I love lights like this. Like I have my rock lamp, and I have a bunch of other like cool lights around my room. They're definitely things that I really like, so if that's something you're interested, definitely go check it out. It has so many different colors and they have so many cool designs. The elephant was just my favorite. I thought it was really cute. But yeah, if you enjoy these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and also make sure to turn on my post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And yeah guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me